Sound the alarms, there is a new 4-star character in the game. Not only that, but we also have our monthly fates that we can claim. So let's just get a feel for what our luck is gonna be in this video. If we see an early 4-star, our luck is gonna be good. I think, maybe, probably not actually. All right, it is down to the last one. Oh boy. Okay, bad luck ahead. Look, I have no idea what Jahoda does. I know she's Animo and she wields a bow. I'm assuming that she's not able to proc any sort of lunar reactions, but I'm not gonna read what she does until I actually have her, because if I don't get her on this account, then why would I want to torment myself by seeing the kit of a character I can never use, or at least can't use yet. But as are the rules on this account when it comes to a new banner, I have to start on floor 9 in the Spiral Abyss, and we slowly make our way through, earning ourselves an additional 10 pull for every floor that we perfectly clear. The thing is though, we just went into the Spiral Abyss for a little bit to test things last episode, so we pretty much know where we're gonna get to. So there are our full stars on floor 9, and also full marks on floor number 10. I don't know if it'll work really well, but for floor 11, I'm gonna use these teams on the sides that I have not tried them on yet. That way, this should feel at least a little bit different for me. So like I said, we did just try this in the last episode. Of course, chamber 1 should not be too difficult. There are barely any enemies, and it's also a monolith chamber. So we just take our time, get some hyper blooms, and it's an easy 3-star. Off to chamber number 2, where we can set up everything, start our bursting rotations. We're seeing almost 100k per plunging attack. That's nice. That thing's gone. Now, this is an issue, because I'm not gonna have my bursts up for this. Oh, there they go. Okay. Well, this is gonna take a little bit. Shield is finally down, although I have a feeling it's gonna go up again. There it goes. Luckily, we don't need 7 minutes left here, although it seems like we will still clear it with over 7 minutes remaining. Oh, that was the first half. I completely thought that was the second half. Okay, very bad. Actually, kind of funny how bad that was. All right, here, we don't need too many bursts. I'm gonna put this up just so I have something. And we rely heavily on the Hyper Bloom. We get right through that shield. And then it is smooth sailing. So 3 stars on Chamber 2. Chamber 3. We're gonna get quite a lot of Vaporizes here. It's about the only thing that we can get. I had just never tried the Gaming team on this side, like I said. So I was curious to see how it would fare against this. Obviously, Vaporize isn't as strong as Melt, but we are still able to beat it in pretty much exactly a minute and a half. This is the side that was a huge pain for us the last time we were in the Spiral Abyss, or at least the last time that we were actually doing this for getting wishes, which is kind of why I wanted to bring the team with 2 healers. Oh, and I got an achievement for that. This is going so much better than last time, although I did just notice we only have 30 seconds left. Oh, but that's so easy. Bada bing, bada boom. I will be taking my 3 stars. Once again, though, I don't even think I want to step foot onto floor 12. It'll just make me sad. Usually when it comes to wishing, I don't do rituals or anything like that unless it's just for fun. But earlier we tested our luck and it wasn't looking too good. So for these wishes, I'm going to make my way over here. And then we very simply open the wishing menu. Wait, what is this? What is this little animation that plays when you click on Venti's banner? Has that always been a thing? Is that just for Archons? I have never noticed that before. It's a sign. Oh, it's a sign because he's Animo and he's got some little windy gold effect. So we do our first 10 pull on his banner and we hope for Jahoda. I also don't know if the correct way to pronounce it is Jahoda or Jahoda. Like, I don't know where to put the accent there. Or I guess not really accent, the emphasis. But let's be real. When have I ever known how to pronounce a character's name right at release? Almost never. Oh, we got double 4 stars. Rain Slasher and Bennett, which now, oh, I can't see it here, but I think it's C2 Bennett. Wait a minute. I don't think we're anywhere near pity for getting a weapon on here. No, we're at 5 pity. But if we got Daybreak, maybe that would be good for Jahoda. Of course, setting the path doesn't matter unless I'm gonna somehow get tons of 5-star weapons. But we'll do our 10 pull on the weapon banner, and then we have our 3 10 pulls that we earned in the Spiral Abyss. Oh, a lion. Nope, not lions. Flash. And a stringless. I very much like this trend of 2 4 stars per 10 pull. I'll hang on to the second stringless for now because another character might want it, but eventually it would be nice to get R5 stringless for official. I really want to get this new character. 10 pull number 1 goes on to No, what? No, I don't want to win it. Let me lose. Why do you do this? I don't want a Venti on this account. Oh, hey, I do want that though. I'll take that. Maybe that was divine intervention because I wasn't gonna get the 4-star I wanted, but then that wish effect made it so that I would, even though that's not at all how it works. I'm going to pretend that it is. We also got a random Lynette, so this is just a very animal-filled wish. The winds have truly blessed this 10 pull. It's exactly as I was saying. This little windy effect. I knew what I was talking about. Second 10 pull is also going on to Venti's banner. I'm going to try to forget the fact that we got a 5-star in here. I don't want to remember that. But what I do want to remember is getting another copy of Jahoda right here. And will we keep up the trend of 2 4-stars per 10 pull? No. So now I have to decide, do I put my last 10 pull also onto the character banner or the weapon banner? There will be a point on this account where putting the pulls into the weapon banner is just better. I just feel that until we have more of these character constellations, it might be worth sticking to this one. Or at least while there are characters on here that I still want. And I'll be honest, it's just more exciting to pull on the character banner. I don't know why. Because the weapons we could actually use, whereas the 5-star characters, we cannot. We got another Bennett. Come on, one more. I know I'm greeting, but one more. No. Okay, that's all right. You know, I do have a ton of star glitter piling up. It might be worth grabbing a Kaya constellation because those are so hard to get. So let's check the spoils. We have Kaya now at C1. We have Lynette at C2. We have a character I don't want to talk about. Bennett is at C2 and then immediately at C3. And I'll be honest, the only constellation I'm really looking forward to with him at this point is C5 for the extra levels of his burst. C6 could be good for some stuff, but it does mean that I can't run certain teams. Although simultaneously, it opens up the possibility to run other teams. And then our brand new character immediately goes to C1. Oh boy. That is a lot of text. Again, I don't know what she does yet, but maybe she's good with the stringless. I have to read, don't I? The arrow is an arrow. The skill has quite a bit of text here. And from the first sentence, it sounds a lot like Lynette. And the second sentence also sounds like Lynette. I'm so glad to see that she fires fluffy meow balls. I didn't think that's something I would ever say in my life. Okay, so I read through everything there. Based on the scalings, it looks like her heal scales with her attack, but let's go ahead and do her trial. So in this trial, we have 2 electro characters on the team, meaning our burst summons in an additional one of the helper robot things. So if I use my skill, I enter this, kind of like Lynette, and then it does a hit. And since I know is on the team, it continuously attacks with Hydro, so it's not actually doing anything, but it'll keep applying Hydro, which is kind of nice. It's slow, but it does go for a while. And then we have the Burst, which summons in a bunch of little helper things that I'm assuming are floating around me. And it it really sucks if these are Hydro because I can't really see what's happening. But like, I can see it, but it doesn't actually do anything. Also, what bow is this? Rainbow Serpent's Rainbow. Is this a craftable weapon? Because, I mean, it looks like a Natlin weapon, but it does seem to have what she needs. I'm gonna have to look into that. Unfortunately here, I cannot use the main DPS that they give to us because it's a 5-star. It is kind of interesting that as an Anemo character, she's able to deal elemental damage that is not Anemo. And I know Swirl kind of does that, but like her damage is just all Hydro right now. And okay, I'm not saying it's a smart thing, but could you technically run her on, say, a Hydro damage goblet and then have Hydro do more damage when she does that? Like, does that work? I'm sure it's not worth building her that way, but I'm just curious. Now, here's the thing. We're already working on so many different characters on this account, and next on the list is picking one of these 2 Dendro characters to finish off our Hyper Bloom team. So I am not going to be building Jahoda today. If I were going to build her, I would have to go and farm the Radiant Moonflot. And I didn't even realize it, but I guess I haven't fought this on this account. Maybe I did in the Spiral Abyss. I mean, I know I had to farm it somewhere, I just don't remember where. Needless to say, I also do not remember its gimmick. I know it takes flight at some point if you don't kill it fast enough, but it looks like we actually can. So even though I'm not building Jahoda, I will collect this because, you know, I took down the boss, I might as well. And I guess we can go ahead, grab our free Acquaint Fate for ascending her, because I think that'll be 9 pity. Perhaps we'll get a 4-star. Survey says, no, we don't. Though you know what? Because we were at 9 pity, if I ascend her 2 more times, I can get another Acquaint Fate, and then I will be at pity. So we'll ascend her for the 2nd time there. We'll just level her up because, you know, we have to. And then for that 3rd ascension, we need some more of the boss drop, some more of these portable bearings. And so I guess I'll have to farm the boss again, then spend a little bit of time running around collecting these bearings, which there's some joke there to be made about collecting your bearings, but a joke like that is too much of low-hanging fruit for me. I, for one, am not the kind of person to ever make super simple jokes or puns. Ooh, okay, I have to be a little careful here. I need to make sure I do not walk near those NPCs because I know that there's a cutscene that pops up and they do quite a bit of yapping. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna risk it. I just need these. Don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. POV introvert. No! Ah, they're talking to me. And there's no way to skip it. No. All I'm saying is I better get a good 4-star from these acquaint fates. Like a super nice constellation. I don't even know what character's constellation I would want the most right now, but pretty much any of them would be nice. On the bright side, I don't have to worry about not walking near those NPCs anymore. Also, put on your sunglasses because we are going to keep looking at the bright side for a second. There are a lot of Ascension materials that I do not like gathering, but these are pretty nice because they spawn in large groups and they're fairly easy to get to. And now we can go ahead, ascend Jahoda again, and get that acquaint fate. This one should be a 4-star, which it is. Can we see a good constellation? Oh, wow. That... It's funny because I got his constellation from the shop before, and I said it's almost impossible to get those. And then I get another one of them. So now we have a C2 Kaya, which honestly is a pretty good constellation for him. However, now we do need to decide which of these two characters we want to go for on our Hyper Bloom team. And while I decide that, I'm just going to fight this boss. I figured this is a good way to get our brain juices flowing, even though that is absolutely not the truth because I cannot think and fight enemies at the same time. So I'll just have to finish fighting this first. Okay. Now we can start thinking. Oh wait, it spawned again and again. Okay, I don't know where all my resin went. Luckily, I do have 5 condensed resin, which reminds me, just out of curiosity, what does Jahoda need for talent materials? Teachings of vagrancy. Okay. And as a quick refresher, what was in that domain? It does boost Electrocharged damage, so that's nice. Oh, it's only 3 enemies. Okay, so when I do farm this, or if I ever farm this, it should be a pretty easy clear for us. That is good to know. And then this button still works, right? Okay, good. But we are not going to continue farming in there right now. Instead, wait, where'd my condensed resin go? So if I can't farm anything, I guess I'll just craft whatever I can. And the crafting table just opened me up to Jahoda's page, so I figured I would just craft stuff for her. Since I did get some of her talent materials, we might as well use them. So I don't think I have a single other character that can use those. So let's just, I don't know, bring it up to level 6. And then maybe the skill as well. Apparently, I would have to go and farm some of the land cruisers, which I don't really feel like farming right now, so it's a good thing I'm not going to build Jahoda. However, now that I've gone around and farmed up some of these, I can bring Jahoda's skill to level 6 as well. But since I'm not building her in this video, that is probably the most I'm gonna do. Okay, so it's the next day. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I still do not plan on building Jahoda. Instead, today, we are going to be focusing on... Now, I have all the boss drops I need to ascend Jahoda again for, you know, whenever I do that in the future. At this point, I promise, I am not going to farm any more of Jahoda's boss drops, because I already farmed all of them. Look, I just figure at some point I'm gonna want to build her, so I might as well farm them now. And you know, while we're on this page, I guess I can go collect these again. But no, I don't plan on building Jahoda in this video. To be honest, Hoyoverse kind of did her dirty with her kit, so I would be much better off building a different Animo character if I actually wanted to build an Animo character. There we go. Look, now I have 91 of them, which is sadly not enough to max ascend her for whenever I want to do that. So just checking, if I wanted to ascend her again, do I have everything that I would need to do so? It looks like I do. Oh, misclick. At least we get another acquaint fate out of it. There's genuinely a part of me that doesn't even want to spend acquaint fates until I have enough to guarantee a 4-star, because just seeing this blue over and over is very disappointing. Guys, we have a special guest appearance. Look who is here with me. It's me. Again, because you know, it bothered me that in the future I would have to go around and collect these Ascension materials again. Like, I just want to know that I have them for whenever I do decide to build Jahoda. And you know what? Whenever I do decide to build her in the future, it would make it a lot easier if she was already max ascended, so we'll just take care of that. And now you're probably thinking, Java, you're probably going to go and build her weapon as well, aren't you? No, I'm not, because I'm not building Jahoda in this video. But also, in one of these menus, don't worry, I'll find it. Maybe I won't find it. It's in here somewhere. Right there. Here it is. Okay, there's going to be an event bow that increases attack when the equipping character is off the field. So it seems like that'd be the perfect weapon for Jahoda. Therefore, even if I was building her today, I wouldn't need to max this out because I'm just gonna wait for that weapon. And even though these artifacts are not really leveled, they pretty much have what she would want, so I don't have to farm more Viridescent. I would normally put a crit rate circlet if I was using a Favonius weapon, but again, we're gonna swap to the other bow once it's available. So I think this would be fine for now, or for whenever I build her in the future. And if hypothetically I ran a team like this, then I know actually would be better on, what is it called? The Silken Moon's Serenade set, because we actually could get the Ascendant Gleam buff. And whereas the Instructor buff needs you to proc an elemental reaction to get the 8-second elemental mastery boost, Silken Moon Serenade is the same, however you can do it from off field. So first off, with our resin today, I want to attempt to fight this because we never have on this account. I know you want freeze. I I mean, I guess I kind of can bring a freeze team. What if I could slot in Jahoda here? I mean, I know she's not built, so we'll see if she could do this. Plus, it gives us a healer. All right, we'll get this going, set that up. You know, I fought this a handful of times, but this is the first time where I'm actually realizing some of the mechanics. And I would say, like, that could be a bad thing, but I think it's just that on my main account, I kill it so fast that I don't have to know the mechanics. As a freeze team, this is fine, but we don't really have a ton of damage. All right, we got the queen on the board now. You don't need to know how long this is taken. I seriously don't remember any of this from this fight. Okay, we got the achievement. I don't really know what it's for, but it's free primos. And then I want to save my bursts ideally. I do no damage. All right, on to phase 2, or technically 3. Ooh, that hurt. Guess it's a good thing I do have a healer. Frozen, I can do that. That's what I'm here for. Look, I did it. I froze the enemy. I'm so good at the game. Oh, please don't die. No, 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 bad, stop. Hey, I was able to stop it. Oh, that's unfortunate. We appear to be having quite an issue here. Did they just start doing a ton more damage or something? I didn't know that she could thaw out after you freeze her. I thought you just froze her and then that attack was done, but no, apparently she thaws out and does it again. I really don't want to restart this fight at this point because I've been here for like 15 minutes, and that's not an exaggeration, but it looks like I have to restart. I can try Lanyana, but then I don't have a healer. Here, let's give this a try. I did just remember that without 2 Nod-Krai characters, Jahoda does not really perform as well, or pretty much at all. Okay, Queen Peace is back again, and Queen Peace should be going down. Definitely faster than the first time. Now I have a shielder and a healer. I think the strat is to wait until we actually need to proc the freezes, then use all the bursts, because Rosaria's burst is very stationary, so if I place it at the wrong time, it is game over. Okay, so I might have placed it at the wrong time again, even after everything that I had just said. But we're still alive. It's fine. Once again, we get the freezes going, and I need to start targeting the queen. Okay, I swear they start doing so much more damage all of a sudden. Oh, all right, I lose. Sorry, it just went down a second time as I need the freezes. Very fun, very cool. Although not very cool because I don't have any cryo. Goodbye, Jahoda. This is a job for Lanyan and Xingqiu. Maybe, probably not. So, who's gonna die this time? Xingqiu, I think it's your turn. Oh. Nope, Lanyan went down. This is fine. This is good. I'm winning. I'm so winning. I'm winning so hard. Look at that. This is what winning looks like. For the enemy, that is. I'm way too committed to give up now. Or maybe just too stubborn. It's time for Hyper Fridge. This is gonna be beautiful. My Rosaria is a lot more built or invested in than my Kaya is. But Kaya offers us the mobility that we need. If I put down his burst, doesn't really matter where I go. The same cannot be said for Rosaria. All right, that was definitely the fastest clear that we've had at the first part. It's okay. We just have to rely on Yao Yao for extra heals. Someone tell this queen to stand still. Now, the good thing is, with this team, I can actually save Kaya's burst for when I need it. And I think I realized that the queen thaws out unless you get the other guy to run into her. I guess that's one of the benefits of having this fight take forever and having to do it 3 times. You actually start to learn the mechanics. Okay, freeze time, but I'm prepared for this. One of them is probably about to go down very soon. Okay, there's one. Now we get the queen, who's also very low on health. Easy, super easy first try. Hyper Fridge is actually pretty fun. But wait, there's more. Since I cleared it for the first time, I get more drops. This has me questioning the whole debate of which Dendro character to build, because this team is pretty good. I mean, look at this. You set everything up and then just spam normal attacks with Yao Yao. Things get frozen, things get hyper boomed. Wait a minute, this is nice. With the capital ICE, because cryo, again, it's another cryo pun. You know, it is a good thing that I am not building a character already today. Like, thank goodness I didn't start building Jahoda, as I may have just found my favorite team on this account so far. Though while I am on the topic of Jahoda, I can just quickly get her burst up to level 8, though we don't need to do more than that until I actually do build her. As for the rest of our resin, I know where I want to spend it, because we can't get these artifacts in the strongbox. And as I discussed, I know actually can use this set if we put on a team with Jahoda. Previously, we just had no way to actually activate Ascendant Gleam, but now it's a possibility. I'm realizing now how long this domain takes when you can't use lunar reactions. On my main account, it's like an 18-second clear. I guess luckily it's not a very difficult domain, even if it does take a little while. What do I need on I know? Energy recharge, something, and something else. I guess maybe EM, hydro damage, or crit rate, depending on what weapon we want to run. But she really does no personal damage, so I don't know. Maybe the play is just getting her onto the 4P set, though I would prefer to at least have the right main stat. After quite a number of runs, technically, I could get her the full set bonus, but none of these pieces are even the main stat that I want. And this is kind of random, but I did notice from earlier, we had gotten another copy of the Rain Slasher. So I can refine one of ours up to the 3rd refinement and still have another one left over. So as per usual, I don't have a ton of artifact fodder, but I could do a little bit of leveling. And that gets Jahoda's artifacts mostly leveled. Plus she's at 234% energy recharge. I don't want to spend too long in the Spiral Abyss. We were already in here earlier, but I kind of have 2 teams that I want to test now. One is the Hyper Fridge with Kaya, which genuinely is just a really fun team to use. But then I have a Gaming team with Jahoda. And I'll be honest, I'm running this because I saw online some people were running Arlecchino in this team. So I'm like, you know what? Gaming is basically exactly like Arlecchino, right? They're both pyro characters that mess with their HP. Granted, one has just a tad more pyro application than the other. So I wanted to make it off of the monolith floor. That one's not my favorite to test on. So on chamber 2 of floor 11, this is where we're gonna do our main testing. And already destroyed the first, oh no. Oh, I can freeze it, which is actually good because it gives me more time to get everything set up. That was completely intentional, and I knew that ahead of time, by the way. Yeah, we were able to destroy its shield. What about this side? Unfortunately, I do not have my bursts saved up from the monolith. I was getting too impatient, so I started using them all. Against this enemy, that's fine. But once the YAB spawns, that is not going to be as fine. At some point, I would love to get Gaming's crit up to like 300%, because even after messing with his HP stat for the artifact set buff, I think he's around 70-ish%, and I swear he misses 90% of his crits. Oh no, no, bad timing, bad timing, bad timing. Yeah, okay, I got nothing. Exactly as I expected. The idea behind this team is we apply some hydro, then do Jahoda, then we have enough hydro application where Gaming can just spam his burst. But of course, against an enemy that takes away your bursts and energy, it's not exactly ideal. Huh. I'm noticing something. One of these 2 teams that we're testing here performs a lot better than the other. What if we run the same team on the first half, but then for the second half, we run Electrocharged with Jahoda? Hydro gets the priority in the swirling stuff. I think it's Pyro, Hydro, Electro, then Cryo. So I don't have to worry about a specific rotation here, which gives us more Hydro application for the Electrocharge. So let's see if that helps with our second chamber. We'll put down Aino's burst, then do the swirly stuff. And then it doesn't really matter who's on the field, to be honest. First enemy is down. This team isn't as burst reliant as the other one, but it still doesn't love not having access to the bursts, especially with Aino being the hydro applier. Although with that first team that we tried, we went under 6 minutes and then gave up before we even beat the thing. As per usual, it always puts up a shield again right before you're able to take it out. But at least we didn't go under 6 minutes for that one. And finally, I'll test it on chamber 3. Right now, Aino is technically not on the right weapon. She's on Rain Slasher because I was moving stuff around to test different teams. She should instead be on the event weapon that does stuff for Electrocharged. But that should really only make a difference in terms of her energy recharge. Kinda close, but we do still manage to get 3 stars. I don't know why I'm trying this, but I'm trying it. I hate fighting this thing. You might be thinking, oh, Java, before you tried that, you definitely swapped Aino onto the correct weapon, right? No, I forgot. But it doesn't really matter because as we can see by the timer, I'm not even beating the crab before the 7-minute mark, let alone whatever comes after this. Now I'm just curious, can I even get 1 star? Oh, no, this is the dancers. Oh, no, never mind. Oh. Where'd Aino go? Okay, you know what? If I just die to the first enemy, I think it's time to leave. For right now, it seems like the 2 teams that I could put Jahoda on are both of these. Neither of them had the best showing in that Spiral Abyss, but that's fine. It's the reason why it's a good thing I've not yet built Jahoda. I think next time we should probably go ahead and take a look at this, because we'll be able to get a free 4-star, and both Fischl and Sucrose can get some buffs if they're on the same team. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, I shall see you all next time.